Well, hey y'all, it's Deanna. Welcome to my channel, Dee's Garden Adventures. This is just going to be a kind of an update on some of my plants, because there's part of the garden I'm not going to walk around because the grass is so tall because it's not getting mowed. If I had a mower that worked, I'd mow it. But anyway, so I don't want to walk in all that. So I'm just going to kind of skirt around some of the edges. This is called, oh wow, I think that thing grew like 4 or 5 inches since I last looked at it. This is called a Dickinson pumpkin, and it's planted right over here on the other side of my little burn pit thing that I have for trash. It's planted right there, and it's coming all the way around here. And this is just branches that I keep for just burning in the winter for heat, because sometimes we like to sit out by the fire. And I also put those branches, I break them up and put them in the bottom of my plant containers when I fill a new container. Anyway, I just saw something on a tree, and I don't know what that, I'm not on a tree, on one of the branches, and I don't know what that is. It's bright red, whatever it is. Where's it at? And the mosquitoes are getting me. That thing right there, I don't know what that is. Whatever it is, I'm leaving it alone because it will probably hurt. Anyway, this is a Dickinson pumpkin. It is supposed to be vine borer resistant. So far it's had no trouble. I've picked a few vine borer eggs off of it, but anyway, the last time I saw these pumpkins, they were not this big. So there is one of them, and I'll put my hand down here so you can kind of see how big it is. And then here's the other one, and it's probably about the same size, maybe. I know the leaves are in the way, but I've never grown this one. It's the first year I've grown it. I almost didn't plant it, and I'm glad I did. Okay. See, I keep having to move the plant and redirect it, because if my yard ever gets mowed, and we've got to be able to get through some of this, like this area right here. So, and there is my Everglades tomato, which I need to tie a little bit to the tomato stake thing, tomato cage. Let's see. And this is part of a Long Island pumpkin squash, or Long Island pumpkin plant. And it's planted right there. But it doesn't have any, I don't think that one's even got female flowers yet. It's kind of slow, but it gets more shade. This is a lemon cucumber that hasn't given me any cucumbers, and I don't know why. I've trimmed some of the leaves off so that the bees could find the flowers. And there are a couple of bees on it now. This one's just a, what is this, a muncher cucumber, and I've gotten a few off of it. Oh look, see, there's a bee having a good old time. And then that one right there is also a lemon cucumber. I think I've gotten one off of it. Now here is an aote squash, and it hasn't produced any female flowers yet either, which is kind of surprising because it's been planted longer than that Dickinson pumpkin. This was my raspberry beret tomato, and I'll probably take that one tomato off of there and then cut the plant. Here's a pepper plant. I don't know what kind that is. Let's see. Yeah, that says straw flower. Wrong side. Well, I don't know what that is. I can't read it. Oh, it's a carrot pepper. I haven't ever had those before, so. And that AOT squash that I just showed you, part of it is planted right there, and it's going all the way down there. And it's also vine borer resistant. I've found a little baby vine borer or two on it, but it's not been seriously affected by the vine borer. And I have picked seeds off. Sorry. I was trying to pop off some of these to deadhead this thing, but this is a cosmos. This plant right here. Get some of these off of here. I haven't done much out here because the grass is so tall and I don't want to be out here. I don't like it. Like, look, there's my Chinese red noodle long beans. However you say that. However, it's Chinese red noodle long beans, Chinese long noodle red beans. I don't remember. But I've harvested a few off of those, and I've had probably 3 servings for myself of those. There's one of my tomatoes. I'm gonna have to get that picked soon. I hope they blush soon before the stink bug or the leaf-footed bug gets to it. This is Jarson 10 tricolor, and if it ever starts to blush, I'll pick them, let them ripen, and put them in the refrigerator, because I didn't really like the flavor of it fresh. Not the refrigerator, the freezer. So I didn't really like the flavor of that one fresh, so I'll just put it in the freezer for cooking. And here's a pepper that's just up and died, and I have no idea why. No idea. It's got a few little leaves on it still down there, but it's dying. There's my nocturne pepper that's part of my Survival Seeds collaboration. Part of the Survival Seeds collaboration, and this needs to be redirected. I have to keep that clear so that hopefully we can get mowed. I don't know how it's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, I will not come out here, really, because there's snakes and I got stung by something, and I'm just not wanting to be out here in it. And that is part of, that right there is part of a Long Island pumpkin, and it's planted right here, and it trails off behind this lemongrass and around that corner, way down. It's going pretty far. I'll show you. I put some cardboard down so I have a little bit of a spot to walk, but I need more cardboard. And there's another tomato that's starting to ripen. All my tomatoes are just about done, except for the ones that are getting some shade. They're not doing too terrible. See, that needs redirecting too. But there is a pumpkin on this one, finally. And I was afraid it didn't get pollinated, but it did. It's a Long Island cheese pumpkin. Pepper plant, that looks like sugar rush peach or something like that, which is a hot one. Oh, here's a tomato. This, I think, is a brown sugar. Oh, look, it's split. I'll just let it finish ripening and save some seeds. It's brown sugar. There's a banana pepper. This is my other nocturne pepper, and it's got a couple of little ones on it. This also is part of that first AOT squash I showed you. And this is the end of that Long Island cheese pumpkin. And then we'll go around over here. I have corn growing, but you know, I don't think it's gonna do much because they didn't come up when I planted them. Hang on, y'all. That's not doing well at all. I gotta move that and hope that it's tied to it. There we go. Maybe it'll straighten up now. Anyway, the corn seeds, they didn't come up. I have like 4 down there, and I know that's not enough, but if I keep on top of it, maybe I can pollinate at least a couple of ears. I don't know. We'll see. This is another AOT squash, which still has no female flowers. And I don't know why, because I've seen someone also in zone 9, I believe, outside of Houston, or in Houston, somewhere. And he's already got fruit that are good size. So I don't know. I mean, but this is only June, 17, 18, June 18th, I think. So maybe we've got time, because it's going to be hot down here for a long time. That's a plant. That plant underneath that netting there was supposed to be a sugar pie pumpkin, but it's not. It's supposedly a marrow, but it's turning orange, so I don't know. Here's a jalapeno. I don't know what that one is. Here's a straw flower. I like straw flower, they're pretty. Yep, there we go. That little plant that's trailing right there is a Kajari melon. I don't have any luck with Kajari melon. My Kajari melon plants, every time I plant them, if they grow, they're all just wimpy. So, I don't know. These are the tomato plants that aren't doing as bad, but they get more shade. They also get more protection from the rain, and I think the protection from the rain has more to do with it than the shade. This is called an apple crisp pepper. Look. See, I haven't been out here much, and this has got to be redirected because that is not going in a good direction. I've got to make it turn a corner. Oh. Just make it go this way, and that'll be fine. Anyway, this is an apple crisp pepper. And hopefully they are not stung up by not leaf-footed bugs, because I think I've kept those at bay pretty well. Not all of them, but pretty well. But by stink bugs. See, this is one of my lawn keepers. It's split, and all those little spots on it are from being stung up by leaf-footed bugs. A couple carrots that I had left. We'll see if they produce anything. There's a tomato that up and died. I got like 2 tomatoes off of it. A marigold that's falling over. I don't know why it's falling over. Why are you doing that? Stay like that. Here's a sage. Anyway, this AOT squash that I showed you right over there is planted under that umbrella. There's some oregano that I planted last year, I think. Or the year before, I don't remember now, but it had no scent. And I don't know what's happening to my squash. I had 2 yellow squash right there, and those plants are gone. I don't know what's getting them, what's eating them. And there's another squash right there. I think that's a tromboncino, actually. And there's that one that was supposed to be a sugar pie pumpkin, but look at it. Unless it is a sugar pie pumpkin, but it's not shaped like a sugar pie pumpkin. Something wrong with the genetics, maybe. I don't know. Well, that's frustrating. I'm never going to get any squash because I'm tired of planting seeds and transplanting, and then they just up and disappear. So I don't know. And it doesn't look like anything got under it, so there is I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. And then that thing growing up that pole right there is a loofah. And then there's tomatoes over there that are just about done. I don't want to walk over there, y'all. Okay, let's see. My loofah. There's another loofah here. It's planted right here. It's the smaller leaves right here. And it's starting to come around this way. So, that is what is going on somewhat. I got lots of zinnias. That one's a pretty orange color. This one's a lighter color. It's pretty too. I like all the marigolds. Here's a shishito pepper plant that's doing okay. And this is a ground cherry. Oh, my finger's in the way, I'm sorry. It's a ground cherry. That's from last year. It survived the winter in the greenhouse. Hey, hang on, y'all. Pippi, no. Pippi wants to get out of the yard. She got out the other day from underneath the porch. She got out underneath the back porch, under the house, and through a hole in the siding. I don't know how she squeezed through those holes. Or that hole at, it used to be real easy for her to get through. But she's bigger now. I don't know how she did it. She probably hurt herself doing it. There's my celery that I still have yet to deal with. Let me hold this differently. My blueberry, I got a handful of blueberries off of it. But the birds started getting to it. And let's see. There's another jalapeno. That is an orange spice jalapeno. That thing's got a little kick to it, y'all. I have a lemon jalapeno too. But it still has a little heat, but it doesn't have the kick to it that orange one does. That alyssum survived the summer too in the greenhouse. The winter. There's a basil that's gone to seed. There's a zinnia. I think that's a lemon drop back there. Let's see if we can get over there. Walk through my yarrow. This is Shasta daisy. These are perennial, so they come back. Lemon drop. That's a good fruity, flavored, spicy pepper. And there's another shishito plant right there. And I planted another lemongrass down here. It's right here. I wanted it to grow and shade the tomatoes behind me a little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit of shade. That's a hyssop in that plant right there. And there's a bell pepper of some sort right there. I think this is another bell pepper. So, and that was my purple Brussels sprouts that never made any sprouts. It's got little ones coming out now, but it's so hot down here. I left it hoping it would flower, but it didn't. Let me pull some of these dead Shasta daisy heads off. There's a nasturtium still growing. I'm surprised it's warm and humid as it is down here now. I think my calendulas, they're still putting a few flowers out, but not many. And I'm bad. I didn't do anything with them other than just let them grow. There's a mint that I'm considering just letting grow in the yard because maybe it'll take over and we won't have grass since we can't mow it. Yeah, I'm a little frustrated that I can't mow my lawn. Anyway, let me stand on this cardboard. Look, see, the bees, they just love, oh, sorry, I can't keep my hand out of the picture, but anyway, the bees just love basil. Not basil. Yeah, that is basil. Look, there's Deanna's brain, y'all. They just love basil flowers. Those yellow peppers right there are Jamaican yellow mushroom. Those are like 1,000,000 Scovilles. I don't use them. There's a woman who works in the deli who wanted to try them, and I don't know how she liked them and what she did with them. But anyway, if she doesn't want any more, I'll just slice them up, put some gloves on, of course, slice them up a little bit and put them in the bird feeders, because birds don't feel that heat from the spice like we do. And I had that plant right there that is half dead is supposed to be a Tithonia, which is a Mexican sunflower, but it started looking like it was dying. I took the bad leaves off of it, and I don't know. What is wrong with it? That's the only Tithonia that I managed to get to seed and become a seedling I could transplant. And maybe it doesn't like all this rain. But I also believe there's something in that rain, and which is, conspiracy, because I don't know that that's been proven, but I also believe that they don't want us to grow food. But that's a whole other issue. Then there's 2 tall plants right there. One is a pepper and one is a straw flower. I pulled that straw flower up the other day thinking it was a weed. I was like, oh no. I put it right back, watered it for 2 or 3 days, watered it well. Even though it rained, I watered it more. And it is surviving, so it's probably going to be a while before it flowers. But I got mullein right there, and I'm hoping it'll flower soon, because this is its 2nd year. Okay, I think that's all I can handle. It's hot and muggy out here. And there is Miss Pippi, the troublemaker. Yes, she's the troublemaker that gets out and wants to get out of the yard. She hadn't been out of the yard in a long time, y'all, but she got out that day, and she doesn't come when you call her. So I had to follow her around. I can't run and chase her, but I had to follow her around until she got distracted enough by the smell of animals that had been in a yard across the street that I was able to get her and put her on the leash and bring her home. Yeah, I know. You're so mistreated, have to stay in your yard. Goodness. Anyway, she's a good girl overall. She just is young. Still got puppy in her. Okay, I think that's all. I've rambled. Y'all have a good one. Like, subscribe, and share. Bye now.